Lu Shang flies high above city, his body surrounded by blazing energy. The ground below grows smaller as he ascends rapidly. Lu Shang senses that he can no longer continue drawing power from the planet. He realizes that if he absorbs any more, the Earth's natural balance and energy will be completely drained, leading to total collapse. He decides to stop before it's too late. Looking up at the starry sky, Lu Shang reflects on a past conversation. The small, fragile Earth can no longer contain his power. His path now lies in the vast expanse of the universe. His true stage begins beyond the stars. Clenching his fist, he wonders if he's now strong enough to destroy a planet with a single punch. While he jokes that a planet isn't as soft as an egg, its surface may crack, but its core only gets tougher. He knows he's getting closer to that kind of overwhelming strength. Lu Shang smiles confidently, acknowledging that he's getting a bit carried away. He has just reached the 9th level, yet he's already thinking about destroying planets. Despite the cocky thought, he remains aware of his current limits. Suddenly, voices of desperation echo in his mind. Cries for help come flooding in from countless people, shaking him out of his thoughts. He quickly realizes something is wrong. Too many people are pleading for salvation. Even the nation's guardian god and martial saints have been defeated. Civilians huddle in fear and pain, wondering who can save them now. Among the cries, some ask where the light has gone, while others curse the alien invaders. The screaming intensifies. Lu Shang, now frozen with wide eyes, takes it all in: pain, fear, and helplessness. Lu Shang closes his eyes and activates his spiritual power. A vibrant blue aura bursts out. The energy spreads outward, mapping a grid across the surface of the Earth. In moments, the entire planet is enveloped in his mental field. Meanwhile, Alien mocks the defenders of Earth, taunting the people as he holds Martial Saint by the neck. He ridicules their trust in the so-called guardian gods, now helpless before him. Despite her resistance, she's clearly overwhelmed, her face showing pain and helplessness. Alien mocks her even further. He delights in seeing warriors from weak civilizations tremble before overwhelming power. He leans in with a sinister grin, mocking her pride and stubbornness. Despite being so weak, she still dares to resist like a fragile insect, refusing to submit. Alien mentions a bet he made with 2 other forces. If it weren't for that agreement, he says, he would have continued playing with her for an entire month. He raises the wounded Martial Saint in one hand and issues a final warning. He demands that the planet's resource systems be delivered to him immediately without delay. He threatens mass destruction. If his demand isn't met, he will destroy a city every hour, erasing every trace of civilization and leaving no survivors behind. Alien presses his fingers against Martial Saint's head, urging the defenders not to keep him waiting too long. Martial Saint crashes into the ground, her body slammed through debris and rubble. Alien watches with twisted satisfaction. The Martial Saint crashes to the ground violently, debris scattering everywhere. She groans in pain as citizens nearby call out to Lu Shang in desperation, still clinging to hope. Suddenly, someone points to the sky, alarmed and confused. A bright phenomenon catches their attention. More civilians look up in shock. One man whispers in disbelief, wondering aloud what exactly they're witnessing. He questions why everyone is staring at him, as if they're no longer afraid to die. Alien's eyes widen in panic. He suddenly realizes the crowd isn't staring at him, they're looking above him. A massive golden force comes crashing down with thunderous power. Alien looks up in shock as an enormous glowing object descends rapidly, its sheer pressure shakes the air. Struggling to understand what he's seeing, Alien mumbles in disbelief. It seems like multiple pillars, but their structure is too unnatural, too overwhelming. His face twists in horror. He finally realizes it's not pillars, it's a hand. The colossal hand, burning with golden energy, descends from the sky. Panicking, Alien screams in denial. He can't accept the strength behind this force. He demands to know who's responsible, but there's no answer, only the unstoppable descent of the hand. He lets out one final cry, realizing he can't even defend himself. The weight of the strike is beyond anything he's ever faced. His power, pride, and arrogance all crumble under the pressure. In his final moments, he doesn't even know who his killer is. As the hand crushes down, his thoughts fade into rage and regret. The people watch in utter disbelief. The invincible alien invader who brought destruction and despair was just crushed in an instant like a bug being swatted away. They're stunned, struggling to process what just happened. Suddenly, the silence breaks. Cheers erupt from the crowd. Alien is dead. They don't know how or who did it, but it doesn't matter. The monster is gone, and the city roars in relief and victory. The martial saint, battered, kneels among the debris. She looks up at the aftermath, unsure whether the battle truly ended. With a hopeful voice, she looks toward the sky and asks the question on everyone's mind: who was the one that saved them? Amid the smoke and golden flames, Asura slowly emerges. A majestic phoenix of fire appears behind him, its wings blazing across the sky. The aura it radiates is both divine and terrifying. Shang stands in front of it, clearly connected to this overwhelming power. Martial Saint's eyes widen in shock. Tears stream down her face as she recognizes the one behind it all. It's Shang. He's returned alive and stronger than ever. Shang steps forward and gently reaches out his hand. He tells her she's been through enough. Overcome with emotion, she takes his hand and addresses him with deep respect. The protector of Earth has truly returned. Citizens approach Shang in awe. They confirm it was truly him who crushed the invader. One of them hesitantly asks, has he really broken through to the 9th level? Far away, the girl sitting in a living room cries out in shock. She recognizes the figure on the screen. It's her older brother. Her parents, stunned, look up as well. His mother whispers, wondering aloud, could their son truly have become such a powerful and heroic figure? News of Shang's feat spreads. Around the world, people react with awe. Some recognize him immediately. Others are confused but amazed. For many, the young man once overlooked is now being hailed as a god of war. Shang stands before the crowd and apologizes for arriving late. He explains that he had just exited his seclusion training when the crisis broke out. Martial Saint responds humbly, saying he must be joking. All the Martial Saints had failed against the invader, yet Shang defeated him without even being seen. She's in disbelief over the massive gap in power. She cautiously asks Shang about the height of the divine figure or his spiritual avatar that appeared during the fight. Shang explains he hasn't unleashed his full form yet. Drawing too much power from the earth could damage its core. He adds that only after obtaining advanced resources from Lanshan will they know his true potential. Veteran soldiers raise their fists in celebration, recognizing Shang as their true god of war. They're filled with pride, declaring that the one who saved them is the military's greatest protector. Civilians and warriors alike are moved. One man passionately exclaims that the young man standing before them is the legendary new martial saint foretold in their nation's prophecy, their god of war. Crowds rush toward Shang, chanting his title in unison. Their voices rise with unity and hope as they call out, "God of war! God of war!" Shang stands tall among the people. The crowd's cheers continue to echo through the ruined city, celebrating the warrior who brought them salvation.
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.